What is going on, everybody? Swayze's back with another Madden 24 franchise rebuild. And as you can tell by the title, it is the Dallas Cowboys. Also, if you guys have not liked, commented, or subscribed already, go ahead and do that so you can be entered into the Madden 24 giveaway, which I will be doing at the end of this month if I hit 150 subscribers. I see my YouTube channel is kind of taking off a little bit as of recently. We're getting a few hundred views, or like 100 views on every single video, and I can't thank you guys so much, and I appreciate it, every single one of y'all. So you might be wondering, why am I rebuilding the Dallas Cowboys? Well, for one, my buddy James put it in there. And for two, we got to get this team past the divisional round, for God's sake. And how do you do that? Well, it's easy. Move on from Dak Prescott and get... Your offensive line looks fine, but you got to move on from Dak Prescott, and you got to get a little bit better of a tight end. Your receiving core is perfectly fine. Your receiving core is down to an absolute T. But this defense is on a whole nother level. Micah Parsons is at right end. I could easily move him to left outside linebacker, which I may do. You have Stephon Gilmore, Trayvon Diggs. Guess you got Jerron Curse, but I am going to be starting D. Wilson there at that strong safety spot. You have Leighton Van Der Esch and D. Clark. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so after we take a look at our roster, what do I exactly want to do? So if I'm really thinking strong about this, you got to move on from Dak Prescott. Now, hear me out, Cowboys fans. You can sit here and say, oh, but he's like a good quarterback. No, he's not. He's a good quarterback, but he's not great. And what do you need in order to win a Super Bowl? A great quarterback. For instance, Joe Burrow. For instance, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady's, Dan Marino's, all those guys. Hell, even the Justin Herberts of the league. You need those type of guys, and I did not forget Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts. It's just, I don't think, if I had to guess, I would say Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott are kind of the same. But when Dak Prescott's getting up there in age, like he is, and when you're getting offered Deebo Samuel in a 2025 first-round pick, I don't know if you can deny that. Looking at the offers for Dak Prescott, there's a lot of offers. And I've seen one where we really could make an upgrade at a position that we really, really need. I don't know if y'all seen it. See, I'm getting offered Derrick freaking Henry. Derrick freaking Henry, man. How much better than that can you get? I mean, of course you got Mike Evans right here, but there's one trade. One trade that I am looking at, and it is this Falcons trade with Kyle Pitts. Obviously, we need an upgrade at that tight end position. Now, what exactly do I want from the Falcons? Well, this team could really use a left outside linebacker. Or you could go with a older but lot less expensive left end in Calais Campbell and switch Micah Parsons back over to left outside linebacker, which he already is. You could do that. You could go with the young stud running back who's already having himself an amazing year in Bijan Robinson. Get Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts in the same trade? All for Dak? Oh, Lord. Let me tell you. Jesse Bates could be a huge one. Chris Lindstrom could be a pretty big one. So we're going to put Jesse Bates and Bijan Robinson both in this trade package. We're going to take out this second rounder and try to get some pretty decent talent. So we're going to take out Jesse Bates. I do want Bijan Robinson, and that is very, very close to going through. So what are we going to offer up? I'm going to throw in a third and a fourth and get my first and second round picks, and that's not enough. So I do want my first rounder because I'm thinking about tanking this year. Don't tell the Madden gods that I want to tank. I'll throw in a third from this year, a third and a fourth and a fifth from next year. That is going to strip us, but it should bring in this trade. It's not. So 2 thirds, a fourth, and a third from the year after that. And we should be able to bring these guys in, and wow, we still can't. So I might throw in a second from next year. A second and a third from next year should be well more than enough to bring these guys in, and it's not. So also throw in our fourth and our 2 sevenths from this year, and that should bring them all in, and we just got Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson in the same trade package. Now you're probably wondering, what are you going to do for quarterback? Who's going to be your quarterback? I don't know yet. I really don't. I do want to tank this season, so if Cooper Rush wants to be that guy, he can be that guy. Now, since we did just go out and nab Bijan Robinson, we still obviously have Tony Pollard. So what are we going to do with him? The same thing we just did with Dak, and we're going to trade him away. The young stud, Bijan Robinson, is going to be a stud for us for the foreseeable future, and I would like to see that play out. Now, as you guys just seen, we can fill a big need at left outside linebacker with Jalen Phillips. We can go CJ Gardner-Johnson, Cole Strange, Alvin Kamara. We could make some upgrades here. So I'm probably going to either go to Ron Payne, Jalen Phillips, or CJ Gardner-Johnson. I'm thinking more CJ Gardner-Johnson, but I do want to counteroffer this a little bit. See exactly what I can't get off the Lions here. I might just go. Let's see who we can probably get. We can probably get Jameson Williams out of this trade. Do y'all think we can get Jameson Williams out of this trade? No, we can't. But will you accept this? I don't know why I did that, knowing damn well I could have gotten a couple more picks out of that, but it's okay. It's okay. Because Trey Lance is the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. And we all know Trey Lance is that guy. I'm just kidding, y'all. But Trey Lance is going to do his thing. We're going to start these two guys at D-tackle to fill that there. And then I guess we'll take... I might switch Armstrong over to left outside linebacker and just let this guy start at D-tackle. I will switch Armstrong over to left outside linebacker. He might be a right end, but I'll switch him over to left outside linebacker so he can develop there. And how big is he? Let's go see what he's like at left outside, because he looks like a big dude. So I don't know if he's gonna really be good at left outside linebacker because of his size, but he's okay. He's good enough to fill that hole. And what are we gonna do with? I think this is what, Donovan Wilson. Well, we're obviously gonna put him over there at free safety because why not? He's got that star dev trait. He's gonna develop nicely right there with that star dev trait on this Dallas defense that is already stacked to the brim with talent. So this defense looks good enough to make a Super Bowl run in year one. This offense looks great enough to make a Super Bowl one in year one. I think Trey Lance is the dude to get it done. Absolutely not. But hey, we can just tank for Caleb Williams. But we're gonna go ahead and get to the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, I've officially somehow managed to make the Cowboys go 7-10. But Trey Lance, where the hell did this come from? I'm not gonna lie, 24 picks is kind of wild. But 33 touchdowns, 4,500 yards is not bad. Receiving-wise, rushing-wise, Bijan Robinson got in there for 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns. Now receiving-wise, CeeDee Lamb in there for 1,300 with 7 touchdowns. Don't forget Michael Gallup with 1,111. And then Brandon Cooks in there for basically 1,006. And then Kyle Pitts is in there for 814 as well. So not a bad year at all. Just a bad record. That's all it is. I mean, our defense was mid, I guess you could say, but I guess it's more of our quarterback play. I'm not going to lie. Our quarterback is Trey Lance. He's not winning us a Super Bowl. He's not taking us to the playoffs anytime soon. But this defense looks pretty good now. This defense looks really good. Apparently, M. Smith is still a hidden dev trait for some reason. But it's okay. Why is it okay? Because we are him. Anyway, I'm going to see y'all in the offseason. In the player renegotiation period, we got to accept a couple fifth-year options. But other than that, not really too shabby. We are gonna have to re-sign both those players next year. That's gonna eat our cap room. But we're gonna have to get CJ Gardner-Johnson back here. I do want to make sure I get him for sure. Tyron Smith, I'll bring him back on like a 2-year deal, maybe. Okay, so he's gonna be back. So I'm only giving myself 3 years with this team. The first year and the 2 years after that, because the first year I don't ever really count the first year. So I'll give myself 3 total years. Trey Lance, we will pick up your 5th-year option, even though I probably shouldn't, but we are going to. Other than that, I'm not going to re-sign anyone. Not going to re-sign Stephon Gilmore. Obviously, he's getting older. So, got to get into free agency now. We have $27 million to work with. Now, if there's a quarterback in the free agency that we can sign, there's obviously going to be one better than Trey Lance. But we really need center. So I do want to try to go look for like centers here. Any centers? I don't know. Left guards that I could transition to center. Andrew Norwell would probably be real easy to build around. Looking at the right guards that I could transition to center, Cesar Ruiz, we will throw you a contract, and I will switch you over to center if you accept, of course. And then going and looking at the top 100, looks like Mike Williams is up there, so is Austin Eckler. Christian Wilkins is there as well. Could use him on the defensive side of things and make this defense 10 times more dangerous. Michael Pierce could go sign him. Gerald Everett, no, we have Kyle Pitts, so that's a good thing. Oh man, I don't know who I want to sign. So I am going to try to get Christian Wilkins here because he is interested in us. But why does that say, oh my? Okay, hold on. Okay, that scared me for a second. That scared me for a second because it said we're like so much in the cap that it kind of scared me. I am probably going to have to redo some contracts or restructure some contracts. I think we did just overpay him. I think we did just overpay him, so I'm gonna have to restructure some contracts here. I'll restructure Michael Parsons. I will restructure Kyle Pitts. I'll probably have to restructure, yeah, I'm gonna restructure Trayvon Diggs. Tyron Smith can restructure his. We will restructure CJ Gardner-Johnson's as well. Okay, we will go restructure. I'm trying to find out who we want to restructure here because there's only like a certain amount of players you can restructure. So Tyler Smith, and I think that'll be enough to give us some cap room to go sign that in, and also, you know, be able to, like, you know, just sign him and keep him. So we will withdraw our offer. Actually, we'll make another offer, and that only gives us 8.86 million in the cap room, but that does put us at the top of his list. Now, that's probably the only guy I'm gonna sign this year, because we could get him, like, having him on the defense side. Now, Byron Jones, I'll sign him like a 3-year deal, just so we can have that second string corner. But I would go get Stephon Gilmore, but I don't really want to. Byron Jones is gonna be there. So other than that, I'm not really gonna go sign anybody else. And I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the draft. And yeah, I'll see you guys over there. Hopefully we can get Caleb Williams in this draft. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the draft, and we surprisingly enough have a top 10 pick because we were 7 and 10. I thought we were gonna have, like, you know, a mid to late first round pick, but I guess we have a top 10 pick. Now I am gonna use this to the best of my ability to go out and get the number 1 pick off of the Chicago Bears. Now, looking at this team, I don't really want anybody, but how close is this? So that's less than halfway. So we're gonna have to work with them here. And looking at my receiver core, I guess we could trade away somebody, but Michael Gallup is up to a superstar dev, and so is CeeDee Lamb. What do they need? They need left end, quarterback, right end. So we could go left end here with DeMarcus Lawrence. He is getting a little older, and we might take a hit here. They don't even want DeMarcus Lawrence. So with them not wanting DeMarcus Lawrence, what type of, like, could we give them Christian Wilkins? Because we did just sign him. Would they be keen to Christian Wilkins a little more? They would. So I could trade away Christian Wilkins, and I could throw them a second rounder, and will that go through? This is our guy for the future. So we will throw them a first rounder from next year and take out Christian Wilkins, and that went down. Apparently a first rounder is less valued than Christian Wilkins. So we will throw Christian Wilkins back in, and maybe I'm overpaying for this. I am definitely 1000% overpaying for this, but this is our future right here. So you got to stop and think, like, hey, we got to get this guy. I am not going to throw a second rounder. We're going to need that pick. We're going to need our first round pick from next year. So let me take that out. Let me try to trade up to number 2 or number 3. Now they're going to go quarterback here. I'm just going to wait it out, and I'm going to see who we wind up with. Yes, we need to go quarterback, but I don't think we need him in such a bad way, because the first pick is going to be Caleb Williams, hands down. Oh, Lord. Okay, so the Dolphins don't need a quarterback. The Colts drafted a quarterback last year, so I could probably get to the... Wow, the Colts took Caleb Williams after just drafting Anthony Richardson. So who's on the draft board? I'm going to keep simming until I see... Okay, so they take Drake May. That's really surprising. That's not surprising, actually. The Rams need a quarterback. So Drake May and Caleb Williams both get taken off the board, but You have Brock Bowers in this class. You got Dallas Turner and Kool-Aid McKinstry in this class. Now, Kool-Aid McKinstry isn't the best. There are 2 guys right here. There's 3 guys you could potentially take right here. There are 4 guys, and you are forgetting about Shedeur Sanders, the GOAT himself. I completely forgot that he was in this draft class. I am going to trade back. I am going to trade back and try to get an extra 2nd round pick here. I want to see if anybody would trade with me. So the Houston Texans are wanting to send the pick from next year. I'm not going to do that. I do want a top 15 pick. So what am I looking at here? And it looks like the best I'm going to get is the Titans pick. Now, I don't want the Titans pick by any means. So I think I'm just going to sit on this. I'm going to take Shedeur Sanders right here while I still have him. I'm going to play it safe because this is our quarterback of the future, mind you. So we got to go grab Shedeur Sanders. And in the 2nd round, I will take an offensive lineman. But right now, we will take a good Shedeur Sanders. Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys, Shedeur Sanders. How will he do with this team? I have no clue. But we're going to go ahead and get into our 2nd round. And we can only pray to God that there are good offensive linemen left on the board. And it looks like there are some half-decent ones. You have Cooper Beebe. Let's look at the centers for this draft. This guy's projected round 2 to 3. Zach Frazier. He could be really good. He's got a pass block, a run block. He's got solid strength, not the best. Let's go look at the left guard position. I don't know. I don't like any of those guys. Left tackles. This guy looks really good. Graham Barton. He's got A everything. The safer pick would be Jordan Morgan here with A everything guaranteed except for run block, which is A to C. Meanwhile, Graham Barton has A to C inside block. So who is stronger? Because whoever is stronger is going to get my pick. Because I do need a center. I'm looking for a center in these offensive linemen. This guy looks stronger. So I'm going to go look at the right guards, actually. But we did pick up kind of a guy that we're going to place at center. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. If we do miss on this, it's going to be upsetting. But we are going to take this guy, Zach Frazier. Welcome to the Cowboys. And that's an absolute. That was probably a bust. Who knows? Maybe our 3rd round pick might go better. Maybe one of those left tackles will still be available. Maybe that guy that we seen will still be there. Maybe. I know there's going to be linemen. Zion Nelson is in there. So there might still be some pretty good linemen. This guy looks pretty decent. Left guards. Looking at the left guards. Doesn't look like there's anything, there. Looking at the right tackles now. So it looks like our best bet is probably left tackle. And I'm probably going to go this guy, Zion Nelson, projected round 2 to 3, or Brandon Coleman. Now, this Zion Nelson guy could be really good or really bad. This is a good strength. I'm going to take him. Normal depth trait. It's okay. We can probably develop him into something a little bit better, but I'm going to get into the draft recap, and I'll see you guys when I get there. Okay, taking a look at our draft class. Looks like we didn't have a bad draft class. We drafted 74 overall center, 73 left tackle. Shedeur Sanders is a 76 overall. We're going to get him in there and starting as soon as possible, obviously. I wish that Trey Lance kind of would have done better, because if he would have went up to star dev, I would have probably kept him around. But he obviously did not. So we're going to look at this team now. Looks like our team isn't all that bad. Zach Frazier, the rookie, is going to be starting. Shedeur Sanders is going to be starting. But John Robinson in there and Kyle Pitts, the 2 guys we traded for. Looking at the defensive side of things, looks a little bit better than last year. You have Christian Wilkins. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to switch Micah Parsons over to left outside linebacker and put Christian Wilkins over there at right end. Just so we can have a guy at right end. And then also have a really good left outside linebacker, because that's what Micah Parsons originally really is. He's a left outside linebacker turned speed rusher. He is probably better on the edge, but Christian Wilkins is going to be a good fit for that role. We could have probably went corner in that draft, but that's going to be just fine. Donovan Wilson is up to a superstar depth trait, and CJ Gardner-Johnson is still only star. But this defense looks a little bit better than last year. in my personal opinion. You got Christian Wilkins. Yeah, you're missing out on Stephon Gilmore, but this offensive line looks a little bit good, a little bit better too. You have the two studs in Zach Martin and Tyron Wilson, so you got those guys. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the playoffs as a 12-5 team. We didn't win the division, but we are 12-5 going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. Shedeur Sanders is an 86 overall superstar dev. Bijan Robinson is a 92 overall superstar dev. CeeDee Lamb, 96 overall superstar dev. And Kyle Pitts is your only X factor on the offense. Looking at the defensive side of things, you got Michael Parsons, obviously a left outside linebacker. DeMarcus Lawrence at left end. And our D tackles are a little weak. Christian Wilkins is at right end. You got Trayvon Diggs and Byron Jones, both looking like they had a pretty solid year. Going and taking a look at the stats, I wonder if Shedeur Sanders won Rookie of the Year. If he didn't, he came damn close because he came third in passing yards this year. 4,300 yards, 40 touchdowns, only 13 picks. Rushing-wise, Bijan Robinson got in there for 1,315 touchdowns and only one fumble with 51 broken tackles. Shedeur Sanders was also in there for 368 yards and a touchdown. Receiving-wise, CeeDee Lamb puts up nearly 1,500 yards and almost 20 touchdowns. That's an insane year. Kyle Pitts with basically 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. Looking at the defensive side of things, leading us in picks was Leighton Vander Esch and Malik Hooker, tied with 4. CJ Gardner-Johnson was in there for 3, and Byron Jones as well. Trayvon Diggs only got him 1 this year compared to his 11 that he had in his rookie year. Leading us in tackles is going to be Leighton Vander Esch with 100, so he's probably going to go up in depth chart, and Malik Hooker as well with 99, and Michael Parsons was in there with 80, not getting a pick. I do want to go see if Shedeur Sanders won Rookie of the Year. Obviously, he probably did, because no rookie finished above him, so he probably did win Rookie of the Year. Let's go take a look at the NFC. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Saquon. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Fred Warner. Offensive Rookie of the Year, obviously, is Shedeur Sanders. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jared Verse. Best quarterback was Jalen Hurts. Shedeur Sanders right beside him. Best running back was Saquon Barkley. Bijan Robinson was in there at number 4. The best wide receiver was CeeDee Lamb. For the NFC, the best offensive lineman, obviously Zach Martin was getting in there for best O lineman, and that is it for your Dallas Cowboys on the best offensive lineman. I'm not gonna worry about everything else. Let's just get into these playoffs and see if the Cowgirls are finally gonna make it past the divisional round. And we gotta actually sit into it. So wild card, can they even make it past the wild card? And they do, but we gotta take on the Philadelphia Eagles. The same division, NFC East matchup, divisional round. Can the Dallas Cowboys take down the powerful Eagles offense? And they do. And where the hell did the Cardinals come from? What? I gotta go look at this Cardinals roster. Hold on, the Cardinals are 12-5. Where did that come from? I need to know where the Cardinals just came from, because this isn't only in the second year of the rebuild. So Kyler Murray is up to an 87. They got Marvin Harrison freaking Jr., who probably had a year, man. He probably had himself a dominant year. So that's probably why they made the playoffs. Their offense looks really good. Looks really, really good. Their starting running back is obviously Kareem Hunt. Starting receiver is, their receiving core is crazy. So they went and got Kyler, number 1 receiver. About time. More like Josh Dobbs, who's going insane. But are your Dallas Cowgirls gonna make it to the Super Bowl? They got past the divisional, and everybody says Madden is realistic, but they got past the divisional. Can they make it to the ever-loving Super Bowl, the gloried Super Bowl? And the Dallas Cowboys are in the Super Bowl. Why? This game is not realistic, bro. Out of every single rebuild I've done, the Cowboys are finally in the Super Bowl. I told y'all, all I had to do was trade away Dak Prescott, and it was done from there. Your boys Shedeur Sanders and CeeDee Lamb both up to superstar X Factors for the Super Bowl. Looking at the defense, Michael Parsons goes down to a superstar depth chart, and so does Donovan Wilson. But Christian Wilkins is up to a superstar dev, which is pretty good. He gets abilities. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time in my rebuild history that I've taken this team to a Super Bowl in only the second year. But obviously it's a little bit easier because it's the Dallas Cowboys. I only had one more year after this because it was such an easy rebuild. But we're going to go ahead and get a Super Bowl, and I'll see you guys there. Oh, also, we're only going to play the moment so I can get some defense and offense in there. Instead of just playing offense, because I feel like you guys are getting tired of that. So we're going to play defense and offense, and I'll see you guys in there. Okay, they got us starting out on defense. So we are going to... I'm not too much of a defensive guy, but I am going to try to stop this Ravens offense right here. Leighton Vander Esch is lined up right there. Michael Parsons going to bring him right here. Oh, Rashad Bateman. I remember getting absolutely torched. Torched by Rashad Bateman. And they're going to keep me out on defense. So I don't know when I exactly... Okay, so I'm going to try to fill the gaps here. I'm going to try to fill the gaps. Looks like they're going to run it. They're probably going to run it to the right side. No, they're going left. They're going left. They got to be going left here, right? Okay, they're not even running. Oh! Oh, Trayvon Diggs gets absolutely torched on that. Back out on defense in the red zone. Our offense got to score, actually. We're going to try to bring Micah Parsons pressure here. Oh, Lamar absolutely cooked me with that. If it goes into sim, I'm just going to talk throughout the sim. Unfortunately, I'm going to, but it's just how it's going to happen. Looks like they're going to run a pass, so I'm going to guess pass here. And yeah, they're running a pass play. And he breaks it up. Leighton Vander Esch breaks it up. I think that's the end of the first quarter. If it goes into the sim, I'm just gonna like talk through the simulation. I'm not gonna worry too much about editing that out. They are gonna pass it here unless they're running a quarterback like scramble, a quarterback like draw. OBJ he's gonna cut outside. Oh no, the middle is wide open. They finally have us out here on offense, and yes, I did make sure the rookie numbers were correct for this game. And I'm gonna try to hit. Oh god, Kyle Pitts tried to hit him, but we just couldn't. I think he's gonna take us into the sim. So they're trying to make us kick a field goal, and I'm not for that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna try to hit Kyle Pitts or CeeDee Lamb. Oh my god, CeeDee Lamb's gonna come wide open. Oh, and he got the feet inbound. CeeDee Lamb, you're gonna make me come. Okay, we're on defense here. No man coverage is kind of broken in this game, but that's just that's just Rashad Bateman absolutely cooking defenses for some reason. And this game is kind of going to be close if I do leave it up to the sim to kind of, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it, to kind of give us the win. So I do want it to be more of an authentic win. Oh, get Lamar. Dude, they're meat riding Lamar right now. We got to get a blitz package going on right now. I'm not going to run, like, any goal line defenses. I am going to run this, though. And actually, I'm going to just blitz everybody up the middle. Because I'm kind of guessing that this is a run here. This is a run. Michael Parsons gets in the backfield to drop the running back. I think that's CJ Henderson for a loss. We're going to run the same play. And that's a 2-minute warning. I'm going to talk through it. Going spinner again. Looks like they're probably going to run an option to the outside. Actually, might be passing this. No, they're going up the middle 100%. No, they're not. Looks like they're... And we get a sack. A much-needed sack. I am going to try to run like a cover... Ooh, I almost selected that play on accident. I'm going to try to run like a cover 2 here in the dollar formation. And I'm going to guess pass 100%. I am going to man up on this player right here, Malik Hooker. And... Oh, by him. And OBJ drops the touchdown pass. Looks like they're probably going to go for the field goal here. You already know play online rules. You're probably not going to get the block anyway. Just play it safe, play the coverage. And maybe we can get a touchdown before the half is over. Who knows? All right, ladies and gentlemen, out on offense. Now we have 3 timeouts, so I am going to utilize the run a little bit. Okay, Bijan Robinson doesn't get that many yards. It's okay. We're gonna run a play action. Michael Gallup is probably gonna come open here. I don't know exactly how good that corner is, but I am gonna lob it up to Michael Gallup, who's gonna come wide open, diving catch. Run the hurry up again. Diving catch. I am gonna try to get Kyle Pitts on the drag here, but if I can't, I see CeeDee Lamb over the middle. CeeDee Lamb. It's gonna be a incompletion because Marlon Humphrey comes out of nowhere. Apparently, Marlon Humphrey is that dude. Again, I see Michael Gallup on that streak. I see Michael Gallup getting open. Actually, I don't go up for it, and that is almost picked. Almost picked. So I'm going to try to get Shador Sanders running here. Actually, I see something over the middle. I see something over the middle with big old CeeDee Lamb right there. He's opening the seam, and he drops it. You got to hold on to that, CeeDee Lamb. You got to hold on to it. We're going for the field goal, ladies and gentlemen. We're going for the field goal 100%, totally. Totally going for the field goal here. Just going to kick it away. Psych, I lied. And the kicker has no throw accuracy. So that would have been a touchdown. But the kicker has no throw accuracy. Y'all are sitting through this with me. Playing the moments again. And I need to get my running game more involved than what it has been. And Bijan is up the middle for the first down. Running a hurry-up offense. I do want to kind of stay on offense, but they're having us back in the sim here. Like I said, if I'm already talking and it's going to the sim, then I'm just leaving it up. I'm just going to talk through the sim. I don't know if you guys mind seeing that or not. That linebacker takes the bait. Shador Sanders gets into the end zone for the Dallas Cowboys. Touchdown and the lead. They got us out on offense, and you already know we're throwing heat. Actually, we're not throwing heat. We're not going to throw any heat at all. They do audible out of that. I am going to guess pass here. And I shouldn't have guessed pass. I shouldn't have guessed pass because that's a big play. That's a touchdown for the Ravens, and we're going to have to respond. We are back out on offense. We are going to run the ball. I know you're thinking in this situation, why run the ball? You got to kind of pass it. No, you don't. You got 3 minutes. It's only 2nd down and 3. Run the ball. Gets a huge block. Robinson gets a huge gain. It's probably going to take us into the sim here. But we do get the first down. I'm going to try to get the run again. Try to get the run again. Go to Kyle Pitts' side. And it looks like they might be all over this one. Bijan Robinson cuts up the middle for a nice little gain. 6 yards. And we're going to run a little play action right here. I don't want to give them too much time to be able to do much of anything. And triangle. Triangle's going to come open in the back of the end zone. But Shador Sanders misses him by miles. By an absolute mile. There's a lot of potential for that pass right there. I am going to try to go with another pass play. But I'm going to try to hit Brandon Cooks right here on this little zig route. Brandon Cooks going to get around his man. No, he's not. But we are going to run the hurry-up offense. Looks like Shador Sanders is looking a little bit like Dak Prescott with that pick on the board. You know what I'm saying, chat? Brandon Cooks is open again on the zig route. The zig route's overpowered in this Madden. And I think we're going to hand this off here. Actually, we're going to take it to the 2-minute warning. We're going to take it to the 2-minute warning. Give ourselves more time to think about this. I do want to try to eat some clock here so the Ravens don't have much clock to work with in the first place. So I am going to run a little outside handoff here. But I don't like Kyle Hamilton sitting over there. So I'm going to run it to the left side. And can we get a block? And we don't. But Bijan Robinson still gets himself a touchdown. And that's the lead. We're going to go into the sim here. We're going to run defense. As everybody knows, I suck on defense. Now we're going to guess pass. We're going to guess pass here. And that is an incompletion. Big incompletion. Lamar's having a decent day. 164 yards and only 2 touchdowns. Gonna guess pass again here. Gonna press everybody up. We're gonna go underneath. Obviously, this is the best man setup for anywhere, really. And he tried to hit him on the out route, which he would have had, but couldn't complete the pass. We are gonna put our cornerback matchups on overall because I do want man to man. Looks like Trayvon Diggs is gonna be on Mark Andrews. That is exactly what I wanted. Run a little bit of a quarterback contain here so Lamar can't scramble outside of the pocket. And Lamar, I don't know what the play call for that was, but now we have to get a stop. We're going to run 4-man down. I'm going to run the underneath route here. I do kind of want to get on a man on the D-line. Oh, it is incomplete! The Dallas Cowboys may be your Super Bowl champions. We are in the sim. I am going to start including the sim a little bit more, but I am going to run a read option here. Looks like they're leaving a hole wide open for Bijan Robinson to just run through, so I'm going to take that hole. He's going to cut up the middle, and he gets second in inches. They're going to take a timeout, and they're about to have to burn their final timeout. And they're just going to kneel it, and we're going to take the Super Bowl win. And there's a holding call on the play. I guarantee you that's what it is. And that could really, really hurt us. Why is the ref looking the other way? I have no idea. I have not a clue. Not a clue at all. But we're going to run this ball again. Again. Read off that linebacker. Bijan Robinson with a big gain. An even bigger gain all the way down to the 9-yard line. And that is going to do it. Your Dallas Cowboys, your Dallas Cowgirls are your Super Bowl champions. Robinson is up the middle down to the 3-yard line. He's had himself a day with 15 rushes for 104 yards. Your Dallas Cowgirls are your Super Bowl champions. We're going to clock management. Just quarterback need it. Down on the 3-yard line. Of course, you know, they pad your stats, man. No. I'm taking my Super Bowl win. I'm getting my video done with so I can go edit it and get it out to you guys. Take the knee. And it's Shedeur Sanders' first year. Shedeur Sanders' first year. As a Dallas Cowboy, he's going to take the Dallas Cowboys to the Super Bowl, to the Promised Land, and win it. A little bit of a fake spike here. CeeDee Lamb is going to get an illegal touching, but it doesn't matter. Clock's down to all zeros. And your Dallas Cowboys are your Super Bowl champions. And people want to say that this game is realistic. This game is so realistic that the Cowboys and the Ravens are both in the Super Bowl, and the Cowboys win it. That's crazy. Bijan Robinson, 15 touches for 104 yards and 1 touchdown. Shedeur Sanders, 18 for 32, 80, and 2 touchdowns. Receiving wise, Michael Gallup led us with 98 yards, but Brandon Cooks had himself a touchdown. Kyle Pitts didn't get in there too much, and neither did CeeDee Lamb, but he had 2 receptions for 66 yards and a touchdown. So overall, probably one of my best and quickest rebuilds. But that's because it was the Dallas Cowboys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys leave a comment, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. I know I was probably getting talked over about the commentary, but leave a like, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment if you enjoyed the video. You'll be entered to the Madden 24 giveaway. But if you watched it this far, thank you guys so much. I hope everyone has a wonderful, amazing, and blessed day, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.